wonders of the world. So many wonders to behold. So many questions in my mind. So many questions, so little time. Answers don't so easily come unless you know to ask someone who is a master of the trade. Ask them how clouds get their shape. Welcome to What the Heck Is That with David Shiventura. Welcome back to another episode of What the Heck Is That. Today, we have Ryan, who is the Artistic Coordinator at Music for Autism. Music for Autism is an organization that creates interactive concerts for anybody who wants to enjoy live music. I have attended these concerts and I can tell you how they are a really amazing experience. I am very excited because Music for Autism has made live music easy to access for so many people. Let's find out more. Everybody, welcome Ryan to the show. Please tell the audience what you do Music for Autism.
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me, David. It's such a pleasure to talk to you and to be a part of this. My role with Music for Autism is I serve as their artistic coordinator for online concerts for New York and for Los Angeles. I have the privilege of lining up a very diverse array of artists who present about 30 annual concerts for our community. And I liaise with them. And I just make sure that they're trained in our concert format so they can provide you with the best presentation and concert experience we can.
That must be an fun world.
It's awesome.
So, I assume you have a musicals background. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've been involved with music for almost all of my life. I actually began studying music at the age of 4 on the piano, and then was fortunate to grow up in a really fantastic community that really fostered a strong music program. And so I started trumpet when I was age 8. I have had incredible teachers. And also I attended the Eastman School of Music for my undergraduate degree, the Shepherd School of Music at Rice University for my master's degree, and then moved to New York City and did my doctorate at the Manhattan School of Music. I'm currently the associate professor of trumpet at the University of Colorado in Boulder. And some of my career highlights include playing with the Los Angeles Philharmonic, the Colorado Symphony, the Honolulu Symphony, the Colorado Symphony, the Charleston Symphony. I've played with some incredible people like Doc Severinsen and Ray Charles, and I've just been very, very fortunate in my career. And I consider being a part of Music for Autism one of the most fun things and incredible things that I've ever been a part of.
Wow, music has taken you all over. That is an impressive background.
Thank you so much, David. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Tell us how Music for Autism got its start.
Yeah, sure. So John Lubbock and Christine Cairns are musicians and parents of a son who has autism. And they established Music for Autism in the United Kingdom in 2002. And they really wanted to share their love of music with other individuals with autism and their families. So John and Christine were determined to design a Music for Autism interactive program for individuals and their families. And the concerts, sometimes it's hard because those with autism can't always go to like a normal concert. And so they wanted to have an open space for the audience to react in whatever way they felt, in any sort of spontaneous dance or movement or sound or singing. And so Maestro John Lubbock and his orchestra organized these unique concerts to expose individuals with autism to high quality classical music in an environment designed to make them feel comfortable. So in addition to funding these concerts, Music for Autism also has supported many other kinds of events, including special units in schools for children with autism. They also supply music for music education grants and equipment grants to furnish sensory rooms and provide school transportation and school supplies for children. And they have a really well-established program in the United Kingdom where they do not only fundraising concerts, but lots of concerts like we do here in the United States. And in fact, the Prime Minister and his wife in 2007 honored Music for Autism, which was an incredible feat. And building on that charity's momentum, in 2007, the US founder and president, Robert Accordino, introduced Music for Autism to the United States. And once we received a 501c3 status in the US, we became a national presence, and we're very excited about the work that we're doing.
That is so great that it started with just a family. I am someone who has done these concerts, and it's hard to believe it began so small.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to see how it's not only expanded in the UK, but how we've been able to expand it here in the States as well.
How has Music for Autism changed since its start?
That's a really great question, David. So as I mentioned, Music for Autism here in the US started in 2007, and I actually had the privilege of playing the first ever concert here in the US in New York. And now we have expanded to 3 other cities, including Houston, Los Angeles, and the Maryland, DC area. And we're programming probably close to 40 concerts per year. And of course, with our new online presence, we're reaching even more families. And that's something we're really excited and proud about.
This is so cool that you played that first New York City concerts.
David? Yeah, I mean, it was amazing, and honestly, it changed me in the way that I think about music because, sometimes when you're performing, you just are trying to focus on what it is that you're saying, but it helped me to remember how important the audience is, and that's something that's been very important and special to me.
Can you tell us about the power that music has and what that means to you?
Yeah, I mean, music moves people. As a performer, my goal always is to make the audience feel something. And of course, these emotions should range depending on the premise of the work. But there's a connection to emotion in music, whether that's, from a melody, from a lyric, to a feeling, all of that, it's powerful. And for me, I'm sort of an introvert. And so it's a way to express sometimes some things that I don't want to say out loud, and just a real opportunity to express how I feel. And so I just am so grateful to be able to play music, have music in my life all the time. And now I have the opportunity to teach music too. So paying it forward.
I agreed with you completely, and I know what you mean that it is a way to express what you don't want to say.
Yeah, it is an incredible way to express whether you're a listener or a performer.
I have been to many of the concerts, but can you tell the audience how they work?
Yeah, of course. So for in-person concerts, the experience begins well before the actual concert happens. So families receive what Music for Autism calls a social story. And this book comes with a guide, and it helps families prepare for the experience of a concert. There's also an interactive musical zoo on the website that allows concert participants to kind of hear some of the sounds that they might hear in the performance. When families arrive at the concerts, they are greeted by trained volunteers and orient their families with the physical space so that everybody knows where what's happening and are feeling very, very comfortable. And they help concert participants to their seats. Volunteers ask each designated family how they can make the concert as interactive and enjoyable as possible for the family members with autism. And then we try and tailor the experience to each person. Audiences are taught to share their appreciation through soft clapping, which is to keep the space a little bit more sensory friendly. And so we pat our knees like so, and to show our appreciation for the performers. And unlike a conventional concert, as we've mentioned, audience members are free to move around throughout the venue and participate in music making in whichever way that they feel comfortable. It's my job to make sure that artists are prepared for the performances in advance of the concert. So, sometimes a participant might just sit down quietly and enjoy the performance, and another may leave their seat and dance in the aisle. We love all of those. Perhaps a child might sit next to a pianist while they're performing, and another might leave during a musical number to take a break. As long as no person or instrument is adversely affected, we welcome all responses to live music. It's very, very important to us, and volunteers are trained to ensure that audience in attendance remain safe. Finally, concerts are free. Yep, concerts are free, and they include healthy snacks and placing these events among the most socioeconomically diverse, autism-friendly programs in the country. While we cannot have interactive concerts right now as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we still are trying to have our live streamed concerts have the same structure, and we still want to present live music to our families. So in the meantime, we are keeping the concert format the same, including concert time, where everybody can enjoy the music, some interactive elements like conducting time. That's our second section, where participants can conduct along with the music. And then everybody's favorite, which is percussion time, where we hand out percussion instruments, or when people are at home, we've kind of been encouraging all of our participants to scavenge their homes to find things that are noisy, like vitamins or M&Ms or pots and pans. So it's been really, really fun, and we've made sure to adapt our social story for the virtual concerts.
I think a good way to put it is you just have to go to one of the concerts to see what an experience it is.
For sure. It's, as I said, it's one of my favorite things to just be involved with.
Can you tell us how you find a musician and give us some examples of the type of music that is performed for the concerts?
Yeah, absolutely. This is mostly my role. As a musician, I'm really fortunate to have a large network of friends who are fantastic, incredible musicians, but also incredible people. And I know Robert does as well. I feel responsible in making sure that we offer a diverse array of musical offerings. So that can involve classical musicians ranging from string groups to woodwinds to brass to vocalists. We love having Broadway stars, original artists, pop singers. We have bluegrass musicians. Of course, we have a lot of jazz artists and many, many others. As I said, it's important to bring a variety of music because we want to make sure that the audience is able to connect with as many different kinds of music as possible. And so that's kind of how we structure the lineup of artists that we choose.
I will think it is a very exciting thing to be the one who finds that talent.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a pleasure because I've been able to work with a lot of my friends and artists, but I've also gotten to meet a lot of new people. And that's been really, really, really exciting and fun for me.
So, how are you continuing? You worked throughout the pandemics.
Yeah. So right now we are live streaming to YouTube through a streaming platform called StreamYard. It allows our audience to still enjoy these exceptional performances, and it gives them the music without having to go anywhere, especially during a pandemic, so they can watch our concerts through the comforts of their home. We still require RSVPs in order to keep the links private, but what we do keep is the concert structure the same, um, and display a concert schedule at the start of each concert in order to keep the performances predictable for our families. We do miss the interactive elements, but artists have been incredible inviting our participants into their home using props and visual tools to produce informative and engaging performances, just as they would if we were all in person together.
I am going to be the first in line when the concerts start back again.
That's awesome. We can't wait to see you.
Anything you can tell us about when the live in person concert will start again?
Yeah, we hope to start soon, but obviously the safety of both artists and participants remains our highest priority. If state protocols allow for in-person concerts, but we do not feel we can keep our M4A family safe to a place that's acceptable to us, we won't return until we do. But we're hoping to start up once again in the fall once the protocols allow for it. But until then, we're going to continue our online presence and our online concerts.
It's so great that you have been able to continue sharing these online, but I have to get back to live music.
Me too, David. Me too. It's as a performer myself, I miss the days of performing for people. So it's starting to happen, but I can't wait as well.
It must be really hard for you not setting the live concert during COVID. What do you miss most about them?
We most miss seeing everybody. I more than anything miss the interaction between the artists and the participants and seeing the profound effect of music and how truly powerful it is and how it impacts our audience. That's what I miss the most.
That's right, and Ryan the Ianson is just as excited as you to get back.
Yeah, we can't wait to see everybody and I know our performers, they contact me asking about when they can get back as well. So we're all very excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready because Ryan is about to show us his trumpet skills with the song I Love.
So today I thought I would play just a little bit of one of George Gershwin's most favorite tunes because it is summertime. I thought we could have a little summertime. So
That was so awesome. I love it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. What a privilege to share any music with you. And, just wanted to tell you quickly about that. So what's cool about the trumpet is that we actually use our bodies to create sound. So air is what makes the instrument work. And then we use air to make our lips vibrate. So you can blow real fast until they start vibrating. And that's what makes everything work here. And then we've got these three little buttons. And that kind of takes the sound and makes us be able to access different notes. And as you can hear, I'm actually playing a little bit of a different sound. It's because I have this thing called a mute in, and this one in particular is called a harmon mute, and it's often used in more jazz type elements. And it's very, very fun to play, and it gets that little buzzing sound, which I think is just so beautiful. So it's just a little bit about the trumpet for you.
So cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to see some live music after that. Ryan, I am so amazed at the work that has gone into sharing music with all communities. Organizations like Music for Autism inspire me to share music in whatever way I can because music really is so powerful. Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming on the show and showing us your trumpet skills.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into another episode of What the Heck Is That? I hope everyone is getting excited about live concerts again. And don't forget to check out any upcoming shows from Music for Autism as they are still doing virtual concerts. See you soon for another episode of What the Heck Is That? What the heck is that? Wonders, oh wonders of the world. So many wonders to behold. So many questions in my mind. So many questions, so little time. Answers don't so easily come unless you know to ask someone who is a master of the trade. Ask them how clouds get their shape. Welcome to What the Heck Is That with David Shiventura.